Arthur's point of view. Cook came to Yoonmin mansion without informing T. When he reached at home and didn't find him, he became panicked and he started searching him everywhere. When he got to know that Cook went to Yoonmin mansion, he misunderstood him and thought he went there to do fun. He reached there and became super angry. Yoongi saved him from T's anger and stopped him at his house. Yoongi made Cook realize his mistake. On the next day, T took a surprise test. Cook was very confident about the test because Yoongi already prepared him for that. Let's see what happens next. T was teaching when a boy came there and handed over the test sheet to T. He started giving everyone to their test sheet by calling their name. He got shocked to see Cook's result. He got full marks 50 out of 50 whereas T got only 39 out of 50. He got very angry. T's point of view. I was giving everyone's result. I got shocked to see Cook's result. He got full marks. It's not like I'm not happy to see his good marks, but how will he get full marks when he doesn't know how to solve the problem? First I thought Jimin must have helped him, but Jimin only got 39 marks, then how can he help him? It means he cheated. Really, Cook, you dare to cheat? How can you do this? He again started getting angry. He was very angry. He thought Cook cheated because he wanted to show his good result to him. When you are angry, you can't see anything. You only see what your mind wants to see. In anger, people always lose their thinking ability. That's exactly happened with T. He became blind in anger. His mind created Cook's careless and bratty image. T can't see beyond his anger. He angrily looked at Cook and shouted. T angrily shouted, "Class dismissed. You all can leave now." Jimin nervously asked, "Excuse me, sir." T coldly, "Yes, Jimin." Jimin, "Sir, you haven't given me my test sheet yet." T, "Because I want to talk with you and Jungkook, so stay here for some time." Jikook started getting worried. Everyone left the class, only Jikook and T were there. T signaled them to sit on the front seat. Jikook went there and said, T banged his hand on their seat. "This is your result, Park Jimin. You got only 39 out of 50. May I know the reason?" Jimin, scared, "I'm sorry, sir. Next time I will try to score good marks." Cook nervously, "Sir." T looked at him. "Oh yeah, your result. Here is your result. Congratulations, you scored full marks by cheating." Threw the seat on his face. Cook got hurt by T's word. He called him cheater. Cook looked at him with teary eyes. "I'm not cheater, sir." T, "Oh really? Then tell me, how did you score full marks? As far as I know, you didn't know how to solve this problem, and Jimin himself didn't solve this problem, so he can't help you. It means you cheated. Even after my warning, you dare to cheat?" Angrily shout. Jimin, "Sir, he didn't cheat." T looked at him. "Do I ask from you?" Jimin, scared, "No." T, "Then keep your mouth shut." Jimin, "Sorry, sir." T to Cook, "Care to explain?" Cook, "I wasn't cheating. I solved every question by myself." T super mad because he thought Cook was lying. "Shut up, just shut up. How seamlessly you are lying again and again. Don't you have any shame? How effortlessly you are lying." His every word pleased Cook's heart. Cook, tears started flowing from his eyes. "I'm not lying. Why aren't you believing me?" Little loud. T angrily spat. "Now you dare to shout on me?" Cook shook his head vigorously. "No." T grabbed his arm and started dragging him towards his cabin. Luckily no one was there. T, "Let me show you what happened when you cheat and shout on your professor." Cook tried to free himself. "I'm sorry, sir. Please leave me. I wasn't lying." Jimin picked his and Cook's result and put it on his back and ran behind Taekook to save Cook from T's anger. Jimin, "Sir, please calm down. It's college. Please leave him. He didn't cheat." T gave him deadly look. "Park Jimin, you better not to teach me what to do or not. I know how to behave with my student, so you better stay away from us." He angrily shut the door of his cabin on Jimin's face and leave Cook's arm. Cook immediately started rubbing his arm to lessen the pain. T, "Why did you cheat?" Cook, "I didn't cheat. How many times I told you this?" Getting irritated. That was enough for him. His eyes were blood red. Nerves started popping out. He couldn't control on himself and gave Cook a hard slap, and Cook fell on the couch with loud bang noise. T. First you cheated and dared to shout on me. You think yesterday Hyang saved you so you can do anything, but you are so wrong, Jhope. Today nobody can save you from me. He picked him up by his hand and again slapped him by his full force. Cook's lips started bleeding due to T's hard slaps. He again fell on the couch. He started crying loudly and screaming. Cook, help! Somebody save me! Help! Chimiyangi! T, scream! Nobody comes to help you. This room is soundproof. Nobody can hear your voice. Meanwhile, with Jimin, he was standing outside the cabin. He was very scared and worried. He knows T must be beat Cook. T will not listen to him. He started thinking the way to stop T. He ran outside the college where he saw Yoongi's car. He got a little hope. He ran to Yoongi and said, Jimin, teary eyes, Yoon started crying. Seeing him in this state, Yoon got worried and immediately stepped out from the car and went near him. Yoongi, worried, Jimin, what happened? Why are you crying? Jimin, cracked voice, help. Yoongi, help? Which kind of help? First stop crying and tell me everything. But Jimin doesn't have time to tell him everything, and because of crying he can't be able to say anything, so he grabbed Jimin's hand and started dragging him towards T's cabin. Yoongi, T's cabin? What do you wanna say? Say it clearly. Don't be scared, I'm with you. But Jimin wasn't able to say anything. He quickly pushed the door with all his force, and the scene they saw they didn't expect in their dreams. They saw T was slapping Cook and Cook was screaming. He covered his face by his hands. Jimin quickly closed the door and Yoongi went to T and held his hand tightly. Yoongi, mad, T, what the hell are you doing? T looked at him. Cook heard Yoongi's voice and ran to him. Cook, cracked voice, save. Yoongi, soft voice, I'm here, don't worry. He will not do anything. Jimin, take him. T, angrily shout, Hyang, leave my hand. Today I will not spare him. Yoongi, are you mad? Can't you see his lips are bleeding? You wanna kill him? T, yes, I wanna. You don't know what he did today. Yoongi, what did he do? And what are you doing? Can't you see he started scaring from you? You are ruining your relationship. Don't forget, he is not only your student, he is your future husband too. This is the way to treat him? T was mad in anger. He doesn't know what he say. And then he said what he never meant to say even in his dreams. T, angrily, you will teach me how to behave with my future husband who never accepted his marriage and never gave his husband his position. You will teach me how to behave with my student who himself beat the students mercilessly. First giving the advice to others, you should look at yourself too. At least I accepted that he is my boyfriend and soon we will marry. But you didn't accept your marriage. Look at Jimin, he is far better than anyone. Doesn't he deserve happiness? Tell me what happiness you give him. So you better stay away from us. I know how to handle my relationship. I don't need your advice. Jimin's eyes widened after listening this. T was literally shouting on Yoongi. He tells whatever comes in his mouth. He was so wrong. Yoongi always tried to give Jimin happiness. Yoonmin were in deep shock and T took the opportunity and freed himself from Yoongi's hold and went to Cook and said, T, hold Cook's hand. And you trusted him more than me. You think he can save you from me? Cook shook his head vigorously. Please. Yoonmin were in deep shock that they didn't notice when T came to Cook. They came out from their thoughts when they heard a slap voice. Jimin quickly held Cook. Now Yoongi had enough. He went to T and Yoongi, T, slap. Yoongi slapped him with his full force and he fell on the ground. Jikook were flinched hard. They never accepted this. Yoongi angrily spat. Yes, it's your relationship, but I am also your Hyang. I have full right to stop you whenever you did anything wrong. And what did you say? I never give Jimin any happiness. Right, I never give him any happiness, but I never give him any pain as well as. Cook is your future husband, not your slave with whom you will treat like this. Yes, I beat my students mercilessly, but after listening them, I always give everyone chance to explain themselves. I never beat anyone without their mistakes. Yes, I don't accept Jimin as my husband because I don't accept this marriage. We married because of our parents, not because of our will. What's the meaning of marriage when partners don't love each other? That's why we do court marriage, and I'm not regretting on my decision. Yes, Jimin is far better than other boys. He also has a right to choose his life partner. He doesn't need to be a forced marriage. He is only 20. It's not the age of getting married. He also have a right to make his future. As a guardian, I always support him. What did you say? Stay away from your relationship. What if I don't? You know, you himself made your relationship toxic. Look at Cook. Is he the same boy with whom you love? He started scaring from you. Now he started trembling by hearing your name. He started thinking you must be beat him. Where is love? Do you think he wants to live with you? Do you think he will marry you? When his parents got to know, what did you do with him? Will they agree to marry him with you? Leave him and his parents. Just think about your young. What will he do with you when he got to know? What did you do with him? Think Taeyang. Think everything. Yoongi looked at Jikook. Jimin, let's go. Jimin nodded his head and tried to pick Cook. Cook quickly hugged him tightly and placed his legs on Jimin's hips and locked them like cola. Yoongi, are you sure you will carry him? Jimin nodded his head. Yes, I always carry him. Don't worry. Yoongi opened the door and they all left from there, leaving T alone in his cabin. College was empty. Yoongi went to Jikook's classroom and took Cook's bag and went to his car, where Jimin was already waiting for him by carrying Cook. Yoongi opened the door of car's back seat and Jimin made Cook sit there. Cook looked at him with puppy eyes. Jimin, Yoon. Yoongi, Jimin, can I sit here with him? Yoongi, yeah sure, he needs you. Jimin quickly sat there and took Cook's head on his lap and led him on the seat. Yoongi looked at them and closed the door and drove to their mansion. Jimin took Cook inside his room and led him on his bed. He quickly opened the drawer of nightstand and took out first aid box and started treating Cook's lips. From there, blood was still flowing. Yoongi parked the car and took Jikook's bag and straight went to Jimin's room. He was standing at the door frame and saw Jimin was treating Cook's lips and trying his best to console Cook. He went inside the room and sat beside Cook and started stroking his hairs. Yoongi, it will be fine. It's just a little cut. Don't worry. Cook looked at him to the thank. Yoongi stopped him. Shh, don't say anything. Take rest. We will talk later. Sleep, okay? Stroking his head. Yoongi made him lie on the bed and covered him with the duvet. Yoongi, take care of him. Jimin, Yoongi, are you hungry? Jimin shook his head. No. Yoongi, then take a rest. You are also tired. I am going to my room. If you need anything, then comes to me. Jimin nodded his head. Yoongi closed the door and went to his room. Jimin went to washroom to change his clothes. He lay beside Cook and tried to sleep, but he couldn't. Yoongi's words were roaming inside his mind. Today he got to know about Yoongi's thought on their marriage. He always thought Yoongi doesn't accept this marriage because he thought Jimin wasn't good for him. Yoongi, he never thought Yoongi didn't accept this marriage because it was a forced marriage. He couldn't sleep. He looked at Cook who was sleeping peacefully. He peeked on his forehead and left from there. He came to living room and sat on the couch and think something. Yoongi came to living room and saw Jimin was in deep thought. He went to kitchen and made 2 mugs of coffee and came back into living room. Yoongi, what are you thinking? Jimin flinched a little. He looked at Yoongi and immediately stood up. Nothing. Yoongi, why did you stand up? Have a seat. Gave him coffee. Here, drink this. Jimin took the mug. What's this? Yoongi, sit beside him. Juice for you. Jimin winced. I drink in the morning. I don't want to drink it again. Please. Puppy eyes. Yoongi cooked at his cuteness. But you have to drink this. Jimin, what if I don't drink? Yoongi raised his one eyebrow. Do you think you can do this? Jimin, no. Take a sip by making weird face. Yoongi smiled to see his expression. Jimin took a sip and immediately jumped. Jimin happily, wow, it's coffee. It's not the bitter juice. Yoongi immediately took the mug from Jimin's hand. What are you doing? You made yourself burn. Jimin wins. Give me back my coffee. After so many months I drink coffee. Give it to me now, please. Blink his eyes twice. Yoongi, no, you will burn yourself. Jimin, no, I will not. Please na. I will drink slowly. Yoongi, then sit here quietly. Jimin immediately sat beside him like a small kid and Yoongi gave him back his coffee and he started drinking while enjoying the coffee. Yoongi was happy to see Jimin's happy face. Jimin, Yoongi, Jimin, from where's you learn cooking? You cook like chef. I have never drank this much delicious coffee and food. Did your mom teach you? Yoongi, no, I learned it by myself since the childhood I was living alone. My parents were living in abroad. Jimin, shocked, alone? Yoongi, not really alone. I was living with my caretaker. My parents appointed a caretaker for me. He lives with me. Jimin, oh, so he taught you. Yoongi, you can say my caretaker cooked food for only one time. Rest of the time I cooked food myself. Jimin, angry. Meanie caretaker, your parents should fired him. How can he told you to cook food by yourself? Yoongi, don't be angry. That's all in the past. Enjoy your coffee. Jimin, then also, if he ever meet me, then I will scold him. Yoongi surprisingly looked at him. You will scold him by this cute face. Jimin, don't underestimate me. I will scold him harshly. How dare he to do this with you? Yoongi, yeah, calm down my angry bird. You can't meet him. He is far away from us. Jimin, that's good. He may be scared from me. Yoongi, yeah, he knows in future you will scold him. That's why he already left. Now finish your coffee or should I take this? Jimin, no, I'm finishing it. See? Started drinking his coffee. Doorbell rings. Ding dong, ding dong. Jimin shouts, coming. Ran to open the door. Is this Min Yoongi's house? Jimin, yes, but who are you? I brought his courier. Jimin, okay, give it to me. I will give him. Delivery boy, no sir, it against our policy. We can't give it to you. Can you call him? Jimin, you can give it to me. I'm his. Delivery boy, you are his what? Here Jimin was busy in talking with delivery boy and there Yoongi was tensed for him. Yoongi to himself, what is he doing there? Why he takes so much time to come back? Yoongi shouts from living room, Jimin, who is there? Jimin shouts back, delivery boy. Yoongi came there. Okay, why are you taking so much time? Jimin, Yoon, see, he doesn't give me the parcel, complaining pout. Delivery boy, sir, please try to understand it. It against our policy. We can't give it to anyone. We can give the parcel to the owner or their family member. Jimin, angry pout, I'm not anyone. Yoongi, yeah, you aren't. Now go inside, I will take the parcel. Jimin whispered to Yoongi, tell him I'm not anyone. He can give parcel to me too. Left from there by stomping his feet. Yoongi smiled at his cuteness. Yes, I'm Min Yoongi. Delivery boy, yes sir, your parcel. He handed over the parcel to Yoongi. Yoongi, thank you. Delivery boy, sir, please sign here. Yoongi, started signing. Delivery boy, sir, your brother is so cute. Yoongi angrily looked at him. He isn't my brother. Delivery boy, oh sorry sir, the way he was talking to you, I thought he was your younger brother. Then who is he? Is he single? If you don't mind, then can I take him on a date? He is so cute and beautiful. Yoongi, furious eyes. No, you can't take him on the date. He isn't single. And you came here to deliver the parcel, right? About to close the door. Delivery boy, sir, can you please call him one more time? Yoongi, super mad. Didn't you listen what I said earlier? Get lost from here if you don't want me to complain your company about you. Delivery boy, sorry sir, I'm going. Ran from there. Yoongi to himself, today's kid. He dared to take my kid on the date? Before that I will chop him in small pieces. Meanwhile with Jimin, he came into the living room and sat on the couch. He was very angry because delivery boy refused to give him the parcel. He was bubbling to himself. Jimin, what he thinks about himself. I'm not anyone. How dare he to refuse me? Nobody refused me for anything except Yoon, but only for some times. He was angrily bubbling. Yoongi came into living room by holding the parcel, but Jimin didn't notice him. He was busy with himself. Yoongi smiled. My angry bird. He is looking more cute in anger. He went to his room to drop the parcel. Jimin got a call and he picked the call without checking the caller ID. OTP. Jimin angrily. Hello. Hello, Jimin. Jimin eyes widened. He immediately checked the call ID. Hello. To be continued. Questions. How's the episode? Whose call was this? By hearing Jimin's become shock. Will Yoongi allow T to meet with Cook? Author's note. That's it for today. Hope you all like it. Long episode, right? Yoongi slapped T. That was well needed. Anger made people blind. They couldn't think anything beyond their ego and anger, and then do something unexpected which they never want to do in their worst nightmare. Let's see how will T fix everything again and what will Yoonmin do with him. It won't be an easy task. Let's see in next episode what will gonna happen next. Till then, take care of yourself. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.